everyone, today I'm going to show you my really simple bullet journal setup. If you're like me and you might just not be very crafty or not like to spend a lot of time on your bullet journal, I know I'm a bit of both. I just like to keep things really simple and organised and easy to use and quick. So this is my really basic, simple weekly and daily setup. So this is my weekly setup. I do this every Sunday night or Monday morning, depending on what my weekend schedule is like. And this is how I just have a general overview of my week. I like seeing everything all in one, including work and personal stuff because I'm self-employed. Everything I need to be on top of everything at once, so it all goes on here. So first of all, I write down the days of the week at the top and the summary of anything I'm doing. So like I'm doing a social media takeover this week twice, any social events, days off, things like that. So I like seeing the dates all across the top, and then I always start on the right hand column. I put tasks. I'm not one for rulers and fancy drawings, so I tend to just follow the dotted lines and try as neat as possible to separate everything. I like to categorise my tasks, so the week before I tend to do just a brain dump on a scrap piece of paper, and then I will transfer those tasks onto here. You could also do that at the back of your bullet journal, or at the front you could have like a brain dump list. That is something I've done before as well. So all of the tasks that I need to get done this week go on here. This is obviously just an example of a few. This usually is a lot bigger, but it's great to see everything all in one and then be able to transfer tasks over to each daily as the week goes on. So I have all work related ones, my personal stuff. I also wanted to show some other ideas that you could use for your weekly. So sometimes I include my budget. Often in my business account I include like targets and what I'm currently on track to earn in that month. Anything like finance related, it's really easy to track in your weekly because it's obviously easy to have an overview of the week and then see how that ties into your monthly budget and monthly targets and everything. And it's also nice to have a little next week section, just in case there's anything that you don't need to do this week but you want to remember for next week. That's a nice little note to put there for yourself. I also always plan my workouts and put them here because I'm constantly referring back to this page when I'm planning out each individual day, so it's great to see whether I'm going to be at the gym or at home working out or having a rest day. You could also even put your like meal plan here, or if you prep meals and kind of plan meals out for your whole family, that would be really great to put here as well. And then this isn't going to be for everyone, but will be great if you're a blogger or a social media manager, or you use social media at all in your work or personal life or business. This is how I stay organised with all of my content. So B stands for blog, obviously, V stands for video, and I can track as the week goes on when I've written or filmed something, when I've taken the photographs for it, edited it, posted it, and then shared it on each social account. But this kind of checklist tick box style is so great. You can adapt it to so many different things, and it's nice to have that little checkbox tracker. It's really easy to keep track of and glance at throughout the week. So as the week goes on, I will just literally cross these so I can see at a glance where I'm up to with each thing. Also really love to schedule out my Instagram posts in advance. Again, workouts, meals, anything that you want to schedule out by the day, I really like putting on this left hand side so I can glance at them alongside my tasks. And then I always like to include 2 or 3 goals for the week. And that's my weekly. It's so simple, really easy to do. I can write this all out in about 10 minutes, and then it takes me another 10 minutes depending on how much I've got going on to jot everything down in terms of the tasks and other things. So now I'll show you my daily. So this is what a typical day looks like for me in terms of how I visibly schedule everything out. This isn't for everyone. Again, it's quite extreme because I really like to keep track of every hour of the day. I've just scribbled this out as an example of some things that I'd be doing, but from the time I wake up and my morning routine, my workout, everything else, everything is scheduled, including breaks, small tasks, bigger tasks, and I try to leave as much room as possible. So I always overestimate how long something is going to take rather than underestimate. And I feel like when I schedule my day out by the hour, I'm just a lot more productive. I stay focused. I'm someone who loves structure, so that's just something I've been doing for quite a while and really enjoy. But you will see maybe some of these tasks are literally just tasks that I have transferred from here. So the good thing about having that master to-do list is you can break it down. I don't think it's helpful to write a massive to-do list and then just look at that same to-do list every day, because it is overwhelming and it does put me off and freak me out and make me even less productive than if I had just broken everything down and made sure that I can actually manage my tasks throughout the day and I'm creating a sustainable workflow rather than putting too much on my plate. You might also notice I always put a little gratitude log at the top of my dailies. I just think this is really nice. A nice little positive boost to start my morning. I always fill that in just before I start my work day. And in terms of staying on top of what tasks I've done and haven't done, I tend to follow the basic rules of the general bullet journal. So I obviously cross things out when I've done them. If I don't have time to do something, I will put a little arrow like this. So if I don't have time to do that task, the arrow tells me that I've not done it, but I need to move it to another day. So when I'm planning my day out for the Tuesday or the Wednesday, I can look at the arrows and see which ones need to be carried over. If I have a really busy week and I've perhaps written too many things down, I will put a little arrow to make sure that when I'm planning the next week, those tasks get carried over. If I miss something, I tend to just leave it blank so that I can see all the other crosses and see that one is blank and I didn't do it. If something is cancelled, I tend to just scratch it out like that. Really, really basic. Sometimes as well, I'll also put a little star, and that will tell me that that task, for whatever reason, is really important, whether it's urgent and it needs to be done this week, or it might just be something that I've wanted to do for ages and I really want to get done. So that little star will tell me that it needs to be at the top of the pile of my priorities. Subscribe for more productivity and organisation tips. Let me know in a comment any specific bullet journal or organisation productivity type videos you want to see next. I will be happy to show you. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you soon.